warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to my class students, class 5 subject English. So today we'll be doing an interesting poem. We used to tell poem, that is in our old English. But now the pronunciation of poem is changed to poem. We have a poem, that is the title of our poem is PEDLAR'S Caravan. I wish I lived in a caravan. Here the poet name is William Brighty Rance. The poet here is describing the life of a peddler's man on the road, how he just travels on the road, how the peddler man lives, what are his desires, what are his dreams, what are his feelings about a caravan. Here the peddler's man is one who travels place to place, selling some things or selling some objects, small things, usually very small objects. Let us read the first stanza here. I wish I lived in a caravan with a horse to drive, like a peddler's man. Here in the picture you can see, students, the caravan is having a horse. Where he goes from nobody knows, nor where he goes to, but on he goes. Here in the first stanza, the poet introduced the speaker's longing for a life of travel, how he loves to travel. Here the poet tells about the speaker's wish to live in a caravan. Caravan here is a large vehicle where you can sleep, cook, etc. This type of vehicle is usually used for traveling long distance. For example, when you are having holidays and all, we use this type of vehicle where you can cook, you can live, and certain objects are kept in that vehicle. This caravan is pulled by a horse. It's pulled by a horse. Where does the peddler man goes? See, where he comes from nobody knows. Nobody knows from where he is coming and where he is going. But he is still going on. The peddler man roams with his wife. We can move to the next stanza here. His caravan has windows too, with a chimney of tin that the smoke comes through. What is the caravan having? It's having the windows and it's having the chimney here. Chimney here is, this is a chimney, students. This chimney is usually used in kitchens for the smoke to escape through. But here in the poem, the peddler's caravan, the chimney is this one. It's in a caravan. If we are cooking in the caravan, the smoke escapes through this chimney. He is telling his caravan has windows too, with a chimney of tin that the smoke comes through. So this peddler man is having a wife. He is traveling with his wife and baby Brown. And he goes riding from town to town. So in the second stanza, it describes the features of chimney. Next we'll move on to the third stanza. Chairs to mend and deaf to sail. He clashes the basins like a bell. Tea trays, baskets arranged in order. Plates with the alphabet round the border. Here the third stanza tells about the items which are inside the caravan, like tea trays, plates, etc. And the third stanza, the poet describes his trade. Trade here means the peddler man's business. What is he doing in the caravan? He is doing business, mainly in household wear things like chairs to mend, tea trays and all. The fourth stanza here describes the caravan, comparing the caravan to bathing machine. and a home for peddlers which he can take around anywhere in any direction freely. The roads are brown and the sea is green, but his house is just like a bathing machine. So he is comparing this caravan to what? He is comparing this caravan to a bathing machine. He is telling the world is round. The world is round for whom? For peddler's man. But he can ride. But he is riding. He is going on riding the caravan. Rumble and splash to the other side. Rumble means if you just put a stone in the river, you get the sound, no? That is nothing but the rumble. Splash to other side. Here in the fourth stanza, the poet compares the peddler's home to a bathing machine. The movement of peddler's caravan and the motion to peddler's caravan. Next we'll move on to the fifth stanza. The fifth stanza, the speaker expresses. Who is the speaker here? The poet, William Brighty Rance. He expresses his feelings and his desire that he wants to travel with whom? He wants to travel with the peddler man, and after returning he would write a book. How is he telling? He is telling, with the peddler man I should like to roam. He is traveling. He is just expressing his feeling to roam with whom? With peddler man. And his desire is to write a book. And write a book when I come home. All the people would read my book just like the travels of Captain Cook. Here the Captain Cook is a person who traveled in ships and exposes new places and drawings of maps for direction. So here Captain Cook is a person who travel in ships and explores new places. The fifth stanza is describing about the feeling of whom? About the feeling of the poet. After returning, what would he like to do? He would write a book about the experience of what? About the experience of the journey